But yeah, damn. But yeah, if you have something that you feel like you should do, like just do it. Literally.
What do
like,
you have to lose?
We
Apart
were
from all
talking.
your money and your dignity.
Like this is so. I feel like such. I feel so fake saying this because literally what we were saying before we started recording.
What?
About whole like publishing and stuff.
What?
Writing.
Oh.
Writing. Like, yeah.
I'm just gonna try and drink away from the mic.
Look at you with your pinky up because she's throwing shade. Basically, even like I'll use myself as an example. I write poetry, songs, short stories, stuff like that. And now is getting to the point where conversations of some of my stuff being published are coming to fruition or coming to light, and I'm quite hesitant because in my head I'm just like, what?
Because you're a chicken.
Oh, you say I'm a bitch?
A chicken
crazy.
is what I said. Don't put words
I'm
in
being
my
a
mouth.
bitch. Though. I'm being a bitch. But I am. But it's because in my head, and again, this is why the whole complicit thing stuck out to me so much because
that's your word of the day, isn't it?
It is.
Complicit.
It's like when Backchat used to say expectancy. Expectations. Just say expectations. Expectancy. Go back and watch some of them videos, innit? They just kept saying the expectancy you have in a relationship. God. Life expectancy that you'll say. Anyway. Bro, for no.
The English is the English.
The English. But yeah. We have this expectation in our heads of it's going to take time for us to blow, or it's going to take time for us to grind or graft at something. And so when a lot of opportunities come, we just talk ourselves out of being ready.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like, no, we can actually be in these advanced positions like sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of us being so like, but I have to grind more, I have to work hard.
I don't want to
like,
work that hard, to be fair with you.
Like, no.
To be completely honest, I'm not saying I don't want to work hard, but I don't feel like I need to grind for 12 years before I get recognition for doing something well. I really don't.
For some things you will have to, innit? But don't feel like, exactly.
I don't feel like I need to.
You
or if something comes earlier, then that means it's not deserving, or I just got lucky. No,
you
maybe
deserve
this
it.
is exactly my time.
You deserve it. Maybe that's why, especially with writing and stuff. Like, even, let me talk my shit in it. Like, even like uni and stuff. When I'd write something,
mm-hmm.
when I came to uni, my whole thing was cool. I found A-level English like not easy because I didn't do like the criteria part. The actual like writing part was. I'm not gonna lie. The criteria thing, I didn't care about AO4 and AO5. I didn't give a damn about it. But the analysis and the writing stuff,
mm-hmm.
that was my bag, innit? In my classrooms, I'm saying ideas that the teachers and whatever lecturers haven't heard of before. They haven't taken in. So when I got to uni, I was thinking, cool. This is gonna be a mad step up now. This is gonna sound mad arrogant, but it's the truth. I was gonna be like, cool. I'm gonna be challenged now in terms of like the difficulty and stuff.
Yeah.
But then when I got there, it wasn't really that challenging. It wasn't really that challenging, especially inside my classes, or more so because I'm a quite vocal person inside an educational environment. Mm. I'm going to be vocal. I'm going to say what I'm thinking about because why else am I here? Some of you that spent 27K for 3 years and you didn't say anything inside your lectures.
But like you had something to say.
Do you get what I mean?
Find that mad.
That is so confusing to me.
Fine, but if you had stuff to say and you were there like...
You're wake,
I find that weird.
Do you know what's so confusing to me? People will wake up at 9 a.m. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. People will wake up at 9 a.m., go to lectures that they don't want to be at, have an idea about something inside a lecture, and be like, I'm not going to say anything. Literally.
Okay.
Fam,
you're only doing yourself.
You're only doing yourself, dog, because it's like, fam, you paid to be here. But yeah, so when I wasn't as challenged as I thought I would be, and I was thinking, it has to be a mad journey for me to like feel like what I have is good. Whereas I should have been feeling like, no, like what people have told you is good and is
mm-hmm.
good. Your lecturers are telling you is good. I remember when I was in school, one of my teachers, Mr. Toomey, I don't know where he is now. He went to teach in China. He told me, don't ever stop writing, like, because you're good at this. Like, this is your thing. Like, you're actually good at this. And then, you learn stuff, you meet bitches. It's like, your priorities change. But if I kept going at the same rate then, I would have been better than I am now. I still like to think I'm good, but I could have been better. So when opportunities come to people like me, we're kind of stuck in, to relate it back, we're kind of stuck in the whole mentality of, oh, it's not our time yet. Nah, bro. Say it's from somebody who's literally in that position as I speak like now.
It's your time.
It's your time. This is for you as much as it is for me. I would say, like, it's my time.
It's your time.
It's your time. So don't feel like you have to wait to do something that you want to do. Go do it. I know so many people that are so talented at so many different things, but it's literally just like, you're like yourself as well. Like, literally, you doing YouTube, I'm so proud of you.
Aww.
Because it's just like, even when we were going over the anniversary stuff, like we put, if you follow us on socials, Twitter _TwinPodcast, Instagram TwinPodcast, we put up like, especially on the Instagram, we put up a couple videos and pictures of like the behind the scenes and stuff of us getting to this 1 year. And there, when we were looking through stuff to put up, I found that video of us doing like, we're so stupid. We used to do so many dumb, stupid videos and like mini shows basically. I think we've spoken about this here before, but we had something called Denzel Productions, and it was just us being stupid, filming each other. Like the throwbacks there are disgusting, but we used to
dance and we used to like freestyle and we used to just act random stuff. But if we started a YouTube channel back then,
would have been crazy now. But again, even when at the time, remember when one of our cousins, Bridget, told me I should upload my dancing video onto YouTube. I was just like, I'm not ready.
Yeah, not YouTube. We were like, not YouTube.
Not YouTube. That's so big. But we talk ourselves out of putting our talents, especially black people. Like, we do this a lot of being like, no, let's not, we're not really like supposed to put these things there. Let's like keep it amongst us, which is there's two sides of that coin in it. One is good because it stays authentic, but secondly is like, no, people are going to profit off of you regardless. At least make sure that you're making something or you're owning it, because whereas people wouldn't have the opportunities in the olden days, I'd say, to own a lot of things, YouTube and these places, as much as there's a good and a bad to it, if you've watched The Social Dilemma, the good of it is the money that you'll make is yours. Like, you own that. Sure, YouTube, I don't know what percentage they get paid by the ad people and that how much comes to you.
Yeah.
But out of that, you own that. An interesting conversation will be or how this could develop is, okay, Google, how much are you being paid for ads from this?
And that's the thing. So obviously they decide, the companies or whatever that exist where they're hosting these things, they decide how much it costs them to stream your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then to top that off, then it's, okay, how much are they getting each time anybody searches for their site via a URL, right? And then each time somebody searches for you on their thing. So obviously we don't know how much these companies make, and they're highly unlikely to ever disclose such information. There will be someone somewhere who works for the company high enough who will know that a typical this makes this and a typical that makes that. But equally, if you're gonna put the content out there anyway, make some money off it, innit? Like, let somebody pay you for the things that people are asking you to do for free. Like, it's just that. But you know what you said about saying, oh, that's big and stuff, something that we do. I remember, this must have been a couple of years ago now, I went to help my friend George. He was working with My Runway at the time, the My Runway group, and I think he still does, but they were having he was helping co-curate an exhibition. It was amazing, had some young black artists putting out their work and whatnot, and it was really, really good to see. There were really great people there. So there was Essa Wusube, there was Kobe Martin's art, just a bunch of really amazing artists. Check them out. And I met an amazing gentleman called Ajani. You lot, if you've seen him, you'll recognize his dreads straight away because he has the best locks. And he he's an actor. He was a part of I feel like he produced it and directs it himself. Anyway, it's called, is it Dreaming While Black? Dreaming While Black? I believe that's what it's called. And I had a camera around my neck because I would be carrying my camera all the time. And he said to me, oh, so like you're a photographer? And I went, oh, no, I'm not a photographer. I just like taking pictures. And he said, so you're a photographer? And I was like, yeah, no, not really. Like, I just like taking pictures. And he looked at my camera and he told me like that he studied photography. And he was like, and you know how to use the camera around your neck? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, the fact that you know how to use that camera, my camera is like a really old vintage film camera. It's an analog SLR. But he was like, the fact that you know how to use that camera, you're a photographer. Because there's so much theory in just the use of that camera to actually produce photos that you can see that are clear, setting, because you have to set the aperture yourself, and it's all this about f-stop and whatnot. And it did take it takes some research and some know-how to use the camera in it. And he was like, he said to me, one thing that we need to get out of the habit of doing is saying that I don't really do it, I just have it, or I'm an amateur, or I just do it. And he was like, you don't have to tell people you're a professional photographer, but you are a photographer if your art is taking photos. Yeah. You are a fine artist if your art is painting. If you paint at home 3 out of your 7 days, you're a painter, bro. You're a fine artist. That is what you're doing. You don't necessarily have to be making peas off of it for it to be your craft. And when you said that, it reminded me of when he said that to me. And ever since then, I was like, okay, cool. If I do something, I need to just say it. If you write poems, you're a poet. Okay?
Literally, I remember that's so funny.
You literally are. You're a poet.
What you said is, even though I said it, you've like reinforced it into me, like, or making me remember, like when I was telling somebody, oh yeah, like I want to be a writer, and they're just like, oh, so you write stuff? I was like, yeah, I write poems, and then so you are a writer.
You are a writer.
Why we get so caught up in the
I want to be aspirations.
I want to be, or I do. No, like that's what you are. And I feel like that's one thing the generations later from us, because they already have like tastes of ownership through stuff like YouTube and stuff, like Nella being an example of it. Nella could wear people's brands, and that's kind of what I was saying with the whole ASOS and different brand deals and stuff. Like Nella can wear,
she can wear Fashion Nova if she wants to.
Fashion Nova stuff. But now Nella has a brand herself that she can wear. I think I haven't watched her video yet, but she put up a video with her and her mates. All of them are wearing what? Her t-shirt, her brand. Because now this is mine, and I like it because I made it and I own it. Do you get what I mean? And now people are paying me to wear stuff that they own, because they know what I wear, people will like. Okay, now I don't need to pay myself. I'm going to wear my own thing.
And if you like it, buy it. If you don't, you're already here anyway.
Do you get what I mean? This is going to go as far as an ASOS product. My own product is going to go as far as whatever ASOS product these people are going to pay me for. Yeah. But I'm going to see all of the P's from it. Do you know how crazy that is? Mm-hmm.
She sold out in 30 minutes?
Bro.
And
I just
rate her so much.
I couldn't cop one.
I just rate her
so much. You don't know
much.
I love me like a standout or
yeah,
weird
like
t-shirt.
A graphic tee.
Fam.
I rate her so much. And it's just that. Like, she's not the only person doing these kinds of things. But as an example, you can do the things that you want to do. Granted, people might say, yeah, but this is in year X of doing what she's been doing or whatever. So? But people develop ideas and manifest those ideas in whatever time frame they want to.
Imagine if she had started off doing that.
She could have.
Like, if let's say people, because people get money from like different revenues. Imagine that, because she was doing videos when she was in uni. Imagine if, let's say, some of the student finance piece she used to license and like copyright all of like the artwork and start watermark all of the design logos and stuff like that. She made like, let's say, 30 t-shirts. Look at how much her audience has grown. I get some of the money that she's made from these places can help her do things to make her videos quality.
100%, but we don't like, we're not taking away from the fact that she's a content creator. Yeah. So obviously she's getting paid from the content that she creates. But aside from that, you can own a business if you want to. You don't have to, and I don't feel like everybody's thing is gonna be being a business owner. That's not what we're saying. But just do it if you want to. If you make t-shirts, you make t-shirts. That's what you do. at like, oh, there's just this little thing I've done.
And if you're doing
sometimes.
the designs for them as well, you can.
You're a designer,
you're
bro.
a graphic designer, like you can claim
talk to
that.
people. You can claim that. You can say you don't have to always be aspiring, because if you do it, if you're making clothes at home, bro, you're a fashion designer, bro. You're a seamstress. You don't have to be an aspiring seamstress.
And when you walk into these rooms, you can't let people talk down to you either. You gotta talk to me nice. But on the note of ownership, what I even want to say, that why this has been so in my head as much is because now, as I've said, well, maybe I'm too transparent, but when I was saying that I'm unemployed now with like coming out of uni because I quit the other job I did, beginning of the recession, crazy move, but hey, we move anyway. But
He's
with
just
that,
gonna live off us anyway.
well, but with that being said, now especially acquiring so much of the knowledge from the creative influences in my life. Now when I see all of these like contracts or these job proposals,
on Indeed,
fam, on Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoors, where else? All of these spaces, like streetwear, like bare these spaces, isn't it? All of them are coming like slave contracts, like biggest man thing. Like Joe,
shook and jive
fam,
for the money.
Joe made this point. He was just like, these guys will be saying this, and you'll be like, you know that there's this meme of a monkey, and he's on the phone, he's going,
oh yeah,
like literally, you're going, You can't work with any of our competitors. It's just like, who's your? And then Joe,
who are your competitors?
What Joe said is, who are your competitors? Everyone, really. But when I'm reading that now, I'm just like, I do a podcast where I speak about like things. Okay, so I can't speak about, because they say you can't speak about I can't say in places because I'm trying to still get the internships. But at the same time, I'm not. But that's what's, I feel like if you're creative that's finished uni now, or you've just left one of your jobs and you're looking to do something that you want to do, when you see these things, it's so disheartening because it's like, I want experience in something. Even though this could be countering the ownership argument. Again, I'm saying you can do whatever you want to do within that realm of owning or working for someone. If you are looking to work for someone and you see these things, it's mad discouraging because it's like what is this?
I have to work for you, but at what cost?
Do you get what I mean? Like, everything is really at what cost? And I get it. I'm only seeing this argument because I'm at that stage of my life, whereas I'm guessing everybody, maybe not everybody older than me has gone through this, but a lot of people have. And it's just like, I do need money, but my integrity doesn't agree with this. Because one thing I hate is, even Lex will tell you from when we have to, when we cut out some stuff that I say in the episodes, I don't like the whole censorship thing. Like, I get it. Some of the stuff I do say is crazy, innit? Like, it's wild. And it can come off offensive if I don't mean it, even when I don't mean it to come off that way. But that's why I don't like the whole no platforming thing. Even though the two aren't related, they kind of are. Because I don't have to agree with what somebody's doing. I don't agree with what a lot of corporations and companies and businesses do within their business practices. But at the same time, with what we were saying about Spotify, Spotify is a business. They made the smarter business decision for them at the time. Granted, we'll see how it all pans out. But for them, it's just like, we're going to make this amount of money. We're not going to tell you how much traffic or how much audience you've got.
I was the boss.
Why would I do that?
I wouldn't free it up.
Why would I do
so
that?
real. I wouldn't.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't serve you.
Because that's
as
the
a
business practices that we know to exist. And a lot of people make being evil, whatever, the idea of business. But at the same time, they can't be put to blame for that because that's the infrastructure they've come into.
Yeah.
And that's good business for them. Granted, what was I going to say? Why is my mind like this? Bloody hell.
You're thinking of too many things at once.
I know. Sometimes I just got to relax, you know?
You just got to chill, dude.
Chill. Daddy, chill. That kid is going to kill his dad, bro. Yeah, you see that he's got his mum involved now as well. No. The emo rock star kid that goes and starts screaming. Yeah. Suffocation, no breathing. But, yeah, in terms of like business practices, yeah. So when you go to these corporations and you see them doing this stuff, it's just like, yeah, cool. I get that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't agree with this. And I don't know if I want to be a part of this. So I feel like so many of us are in this position now, especially post-grads. It's just like, rah. So am I just not going to work? Because
who know like enjoyment?
yeah, because I don't agree with what you lot are telling me to do or the restrictions of this position. That's why I kind of feel like just to start my own thing in something, again, I would actually need something to do and think about the logistics in terms of how to do it. But it's a difficult position, Abby.
In this life, have money, oh.
Fam, in this life, you must have money, oh.
Otherwise,
fam, you're going to suffer.
Me, I want matching Ferraris like Otedolla's daughters, but...
Fam,
but
me at daddy's palace. Are you...
But my dad
don't
have a palace. My dad don't have a palace.
My dad don't have a palace, at least in this country. But it's just like... you can't drive Ferraris there. Lime green Suzukis.
That's what we be with Pig. Woo!
Just because I have my legs out. Precious is going to message me saying, your legs out like the whore you are. Or because we always reference. And in fact, I'm publicly doing this. Precious, you have to stop commenting in my IG comments saying...
keep being the baddie.
Yeah, keep being the baddie you are, or my favourite harlot. Because we'll know it's from that video of the Nollywood film with Genevieve.
Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria. I'm sorry to be ratted. What did he even say?
He said something about... I don't remember the first line, but I remember he said, but thankful.
Yeah, but thankful to know the truth at last.
I never knew you were a harlot. Do you know what's so mad? If you haven't seen Blood Sisters, yeah, that is a movie.
Top tier film. Yeah, and the guy says bye and keep being the bad girl that you are. So when Precious comments that, yeah, you gotta stop doing that, bro, because you're killing my market. You're killing my market.